Army Cadet, 1-star training, Fieldcraft. Range cards. Judging distance revision. What are the two ways we can judge distance when observing? By unit of measure and by appearance. What does 100 centimetres also equal? 1 metre or 1000 millimetres? If the sun is shining bright behind you, will an object seem closer or further away? Closer. If you are lying down, will an object seem closer or further away? Further away. Name other means to judge distances by appearance. Key ranges, bracketing, halving, group average. Range cards. Aim. By the end of this lesson, you will understand what range cards are and know how to easily create them. Introduction. A range card is a simple hand-drawn plan or map of an area you are observing. They are normally used when carrying out sentry duty or when in an OP, observation post. They are made up of 3 elements. 1. Key features. These are obvious features or objects that you can see, such as woodland or forests, gates and fences, lone trees, tracks, paths and roads, lakes, ponds and streams, hedges and crops, buildings and structures. 2. Distances. The estimated distances of key features from your position. 3. Locations. Where these key features are in relation to your position. Purpose. Range cards allow you to easily and accurately identify specific locations to others in an area you are observing. The reasons for this could be to pass on information regarding any enemy activity or routes of expected friendly patrols. They can also be used to quickly inform others of an enemy position if under fire. Template. Blank range cards are normally provided for you pre-printed. There are various designs and all have different areas to fill in extra information, but the basic principle is always the same. A range card is a series of circles that represent distances away from your position. The red arrow represents your position and the direction you are facing. The rings each represent a set distance moving out from your position. The distance between the rings is up to you when filling in the card and depends on the size of the area you're observing. For example, each ring could represent 10, 50 or 100 metres. To fill in the details, simply view this as a map of your immediate surroundings marked with the information you think is important. Variations. Range cards can be a full circle to record everything 360 degrees of your position, but quite often you only need to record what is in front of you. Because of this, you will normally only use a semicircle range card to record what is within 180 degrees of your position. Here is an example of a completed semicircular 180 degrees range card. The bottom centre of the smallest circle is your position. The labels describe the features in view. The rings represent regular distances away from your position, 10 metres apart in this example. The straight lines show what direction to look in from your position to see each feature. Creating range cards. Creating a range card is very simple, but being confident with observation, judging distances and having some basic navigation and map reading knowledge is important. Below is a photo of an area that is being observed from an OP, observation post. Let's have a closer look and turn what we can see into a range card. 180 or 360 degrees. The first thing to remember is that your range card will not just cover what is directly in front of you, but will actually cover either 180 or 360 degrees, half or full circle, of what is around you. In this example, we are going to look at making a range card for what is just in front and to our sides, which covers just 180 degrees, a half circle. To do this, we need to be aware of what is to our left and right as well as what is in front of us. Identify your view. Here is a short video clip to show you what is either side of our view as well as what is in front. Starting on the left, there's a group of trees, and in the distance we can see woodland and fields. As we scan round, we can see there's more woodland, a lone tree, a pond, some more woodland, ending up on our right hand side with another tree. 180-degree panorama. Using this footage, we can now make a panorama picture to show us what is to our left and right as well as what is directly in front of us. Note, when you're doing this for real, you will actually be at the location you're observing. The video and photos are simply for lesson purposes. Name key features. Looking at a view, we can start to label some key features to help us identify different areas. The red arrow represents our position. We have left trees, right trees, a copse, hedge, a lone tree, pond, track, woods and distant woods. The names used when naming key features does not matter as long as you know what they represent and you don't use the same name twice. Judge distance. Just by observing and using our judging distance skills, we can estimate how far away some of these features are from our position. Left trees 25 metres, copse 250 metres, hedge 120 metres, lone tree 350 metres, pond 100 metres, track 200 metres, woods 150 metres, right trees 25 metres, and distant woods 500 metres. Judge locations. To help understand what we're looking at, here is a satellite image of the area we're observing. First, let's identify our position, marked with a red arrow. Now let's identify the features we were looking at along with the direction we need to look from our position to be able to see them. Left trees, right trees, copse, woods, hedge, track, pond, lone tree, distant woods. We can now use all this information to make our range card. Range card. The scale for this range card is 50 metres. This means each of the circles are 50 metres apart. You can now work out the distances using the circles along with the direction away from you using the lines. Our position is bottom centre, left trees, right trees, copse, woods, hedge, track, pond, lone tree and distant woods. Sketch map. Instead of drawing straight lines and adding labels, you can draw small pictures in the correct positions to create a type of sketch map. The information here is the same, but may be easier for some to read. Judge other distances. Knowing these few distances will now help you to judge other distances. For example, anything on the same line as the lone tree would be around 350 metres away. If you see an enemy patrol somewhere between the copse and the hedge, they will be between 120 to 250 metres away. Setting ray. To help orientate your range card, i.e. get it the right way up, you can mark one of the most prominent features as a setting ray. Simply draw a heavier line going off the edge of the range card to make one feature easy to spot and therefore orientate it correctly. Here we've used the track. Note, a setting ray is simply used to orientate your range card and does not show the distance away from your position. Using a map. A far more accurate way of judging distances and locations of features is to use a map. Here is a section from a map that shows the area we've been looking at. First, we need to find our location on the map, marked with a red arrow. Then let's see if we can see any of our features. Right trees, hedge, pond, woods, track, copse, distant woods. It doesn't matter if not all features are on the map. The lone tree and the left trees are not marked on the map. All of our features are within one grid square, which is 1 kilometre by 1 kilometre. We can see that none of our features are more than 1 kilometre, 1,000 metres away from our position. You can use the map scale or compass to more accurately work out your distances. Summary. Range cards do not need to be complicated, and with a little bit of practice are extremely easy to make. Get in the habit of using them whenever observing an area or acting as a sentry, and where possible check your distances and locations against a map. Practice and confirmation. What three elements make up a range card? Features, distances and locations. What two areas can range cards cover? Full circle, 360 degrees, or half circle, 180 degrees. What do the circles of a range card represent? Distances away from your position. Do the circles always represent the same distance? No, you decide the distances when making the range card. What is a setting ray? A feature that helps to orientate your range card.